it's over. Shut up. Yo, it's Overflow. What's going on, you guys? How are you guys doing today? Bringing you another GameStop story. This one's gonna be absolutely amazing. Obviously, you haven't seen this guy in a cool minute. Like, we haven't told a story together in a while. There's a big reason for that, and we're gonna cover that all. Before we get into it though, if we could shoot for 10,000 likes on this video, that would be absolutely amazing. And as you guys know, I've been giving away copies of Infinite Warfare, Battlefield, Titanfall, whatever game you guys want. Been doing a huge holiday giveaway.
Away a lot.
Yo, I've given away so, like, literally my whole paycheck.
Like, I literally was adding up and it's already been over like $2 grand.
Yeah, it's right about that because y'all have been so supportive of me.
No.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
We're so close to 400K, you guys. So I went out today before I met up with this man.
Oh.
And I bought all of these. Look at these gift cards. Yeah. Most of them are $10, $15, $25. But I'm gonna be giving them out on YouTube and Twitter. All you have to do if you want one of these is drop a like, leave a comment letting me know that you left a like so I can check it. And to be fair, the more comments you leave, the bigger chance you have of me seeing your name.
I dropped a like.
Oh, fantastic. More comments you leave, the bigger chance you have of me seeing your name. Gonna be giving out random winners these gift cards, and I'm gonna be doing it on Twitter as well. I'm also giving away more copies of video games, whatever game you want. So if you didn't get it for the holidays, let me know. Let me hook you up. Santa Overt up in here. Links in the description below will tell you more ways to win. I got a bunch of these gift cards from Free My Apps as well. We picked them up from GameStop and from Free My Apps. If y'all want some free gift cards and stuff, their link will be in the description below if you want some free stuff. And
I've actually done it. It's pretty easy.
It's easy, man. Like, if you got the time to just go through and just download some apps, you get a bunch of free stuff. So check it out. We haven't hung out in a cool minute because, like, he's busy, I've been busy. He just became the manager of his own GameStop store. So just to give you guys a quick breakdown, if you're new for some reason, good job, good job. If you're new for some reason, I used to work at GameStop. I worked there for almost 3 years. I ended up getting fired because of discrepancies. Is that the word?
I would like to say, like, the releasing of classified information.
The releasing of classified information. I leaked some stuff that I probably shouldn't have. Small game, just Call of Duty, Black Ops 3 stuff, whatever. And he was actually my manager at the time, my assistant manager at the time. And so that's why I talk a lot about GameStop, because I have a lot of funny stories about that. He still works there. He just got his own store.
Yeah.
So
it's been crazy.
I heard that your store got broken into. I heard some stuff like that, but that's all I heard. And like, he literally tried to tell me before we recorded this, like, what happened.
I tried to give him like a little rundown of what I was gonna
sneak
tell
peek.
He was like, no.
I don't want none. Don't even say nothing, because I want to hear this during the video. This dude went from working in a decent part of town to now he's kind of, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'll tell you how this is. In my shopping center, there's a drugstore, a liquor store, a gun store, drugstore, liquor store.
GameStop was great, dude. Like, don't get me wrong, I got fired from GameStop and stuff, but I always tell you guys, because there's a lot of people who bash GameStop and stuff. I really loved working there.
Can I do a rant real quick?
Yeah, do a rant real quick. Before he does this rant, I want to say this. He just started his own YouTube channel. He's gonna be doing vlogs, GameStop stories, all that stuff. Quick shout out to this guy. We just did it together. We just made it all. His link will be in the description below. Please go give him a subscription. His stuff is gonna be great. I'm gonna be featured over there a lot. He's gonna be on my channel a lot, and he's gonna be uploading once or twice a week. So go check him out, subscribe, please.
Absolutely, thank you. GameStop gets bashed so much by all these super bitter, like, manager people who used to work there, who don't work there. You want the real lowdown? I'll give you the real lowdown on fucking GameStop.
GameStop manager tells all.
That shit's fucking amazing, man. They give me more than enough money. I get free fucking games. The job isn't that hard. I work with amazing customers. I see you guys all the time. I met him, like, people who complain about...
People just bash, dude. There's people, like, I swear that most of the time, like, the most complainy people are the loudest, which is why you notice them. I will tell you this, bro. If you want a part-time job or whatever, GameStop's the place to be. If you're like 17, 18, you're like 20, you're like whatever. Even for me now, I told GameStop, if you guys want to rehire me, I don't think I can be rehired, but if you guys want to rehire me, I would still, to this day, I'd love to work there like 2 days a week because it was just fun to talk about games. It's not even like a job. You just get to do fun stuff and talk about stuff you like. So
really meet,
everybody's just bitter.
Amazing people. You hang out with people who love the same things that you do.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Why not be somewhere like that? It's like a relationship with a guy without doing all of the stuff. What? It's a broship.
You sounding very suspicious.
Broship.
Oh, yes. Of course. Broship. You burglarize is the correct term, I believe. I want to hear the story. I'm gonna let you take it, man. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and say burger in the comment section below for burglarize.
Yeah.
That's how you spell it?
Sure.
Just say burger so I know who's actually watching the video.
Got promoted to this store. I'm not gonna tell you where because I don't need you guys to hunt me down.
It's in North Town.
If you find me, I always stop by and say what's up. You know what I'm saying? I'm never opposed to that. But my first day at the store, I meet everybody. Everybody's great. I go home, come home. The next day I'm supposed to come in. I think it was like 12 o'clock. I get a text about 9:30 in the morning from my assistant manager, and he's like, yo, the store got burglarized. And I'm like, what? And now I'm calling him freaking out, like, what's going on, blah, blah. He was like, when I pulled up to work today, there was 2 cops sitting outside. They're like, yo, your store got broken into. And he's like, no, it didn't. Supposedly, somebody broke into the building beside my building, cut a hole in the wall, like literally like super thin,
like
hole.
A movie.
People, I don't know if they knew or if they didn't know, but we have really good security systems.
Yeah, GameStop's pretty legit.
So they were in there maybe a total of like 2 minutes. All you do is you see like this head pop out the hole, and he looks around, and then he comes back in, and then you see him come out like feet first, like sliding out. He literally picks up like a couple Xboxes, and then he pushes them through the hole.
Maybe he was trying to do a giveaway for YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he's trying to hook it up.
They push the consoles through the wall. You see him leave, and then he comes back in. It was probably near a minute of like, total of like 2 minutes. He runs back in the store, and like you see him grab this random DS off the wall and like run back to the hole.
I forgot my nephew. Let me grab one for him.
Yeah, run back to the hole. He dives through.
The camera footage from the back room?
Yeah. The store beside mine, we still have a camera pointing outside. The store beside mine, they ended up running towards the front door. It's all glass. They broke the glass. The police officers like, they was like, for shits and giggles, let's just, they broke the glass, hopped over the glass, and then peeled off dip.
Did it ever get solved or anything? Did you ever, like, so you don't even know who did it?
Nope, we still don't know who did it. We had to report the camera footage, and the police took over from there. Northtown Vegas, you guys are great.
I would have made the hole probably a little bit bigger, you know, so they could get more stuff out. But
well,
that's just my tip. Get the most stuff possible. These thieves were not on top of their game, you know, clearly.
They never really are. That's why they're thieves.
That's funny. That's like a movie, bro. If you cut a hole in the wall to go into somewhere and sit, you're literally like a movie villain.
What was the movie Blue Streak, where like he had broken in with the pizza place? He was like dancing with the pizza. Remember he had the pizza? He was like,
I've never seen that movie.
You never seen Blue Streak?
No. Let's hear the next story, bro. I want to hear this next one. We've had people steal a lot of stuff from GameStop when I worked there. People always be stealing like boxes of games, you know what I'm saying? Like the cases, and they get it out and they'd be like, I got the game, bro. I got the game, and they get outside and it's like empty. And they're like, oh man.
People really do steal cases.
People really think that there's games in there or something.
I don't know.
But that's the worst thing that ever really happened, because like we worked at the mall. I feel like nobody ever really stole, right? Like sometimes like I get controllers and stuff stolen from me, but nobody ever really like breaks into the mall to steal from GameStop.
And so the guy's like, hey, can I see the used Vita? I've never held one before. So he hands him one, and then the guy goes, all right, thanks.
And dips.
My old manager chased him down, and then I just recall him saying like, he got super close to the guy, and then he did this weird like front kick on the back of him, and he fell forward like that. He like picks up the Vita, and he's like, get the fuck out of here. And so then the guy like takes off running. This is
it was the dude from that store. I want to hear the story about what happened a few days ago.
Oh, so okay. Speaking of like people breaking in and getting burglarized and all this kind of stuff. So the way that my new store is set up, it's set up at like angles. So you park in like this. So when you're parking like this, the nose of your car is facing my store. For some reason, these guys reverse parked in, and I noticed that instantly. I was like, damn, that's kind of weird. 3 guys got out the car. I remember like watching them leave, whatever. They walked to the side. On the side of me, there's a City Trend. It's like some urban clothing store or whatever. Urban. 6 minutes later, I'll say, I was on the phone with the customer, and I just hung up. And then I heard screaming, so I look out my door, which is unnormal. You don't always hear screaming outside of my door.
Yeah, you normally hear screaming inside his door, in his bedroom, you know.
Inside the wall.
They got dark real quick.
My wall, my room wall.
Oh, your room wall. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like inside of her sugar walls.
You mean like the walls of Jericho?
I was thinking like a Donald Trump wall.
Ice wall from May on Overwatch.
Ooh, yes, ice wall from, yeah, that's good too. Or the one from Game of Thrones, perhaps. Many walls.
You win. I don't have any more walls. You hear a bunch of screaming, and then these guys come running. You see them like hop in the car. One of them has like a gun. What are you messing stuff up for? One of them has a gun in his hand, and then the other ones have like handfuls of clothes.
For clothes?
So they jump in the car, and then like I'm like, what the hell? So I run around the counter, and I like get the license plate, and I'm like, shh. And then they're still outside. Like I'm not gonna go outside like, hey, I got your license plate number. When there's a guy that's just waving the gun around. Gotta get it how you live, cuz.
Dang.
So they pull away. The manager from City Trends is outside on the phone with the police. I'm like, excuse me, miss, excuse me. And I'm like, come here. And she's like, what do you want? And I was like, I have to tell you something. And she's pretty much just being like rude and disrespectful, and I understand, like she literally just got robbed at gunpoint, and she's like, I don't have time for this right now. And I'm like, cool. And I walk back into my store. So maybe about an hour and a half later, she comes down to my store and she's like, hey, what's up? Like, you were saying something earlier? I was like, hey, so what happened? And she was like, yeah, this guy walked in. They grabbed a bunch of clothes, so we had started watching them, and then one pulled a gun out on me. It was like, give me all the money out the register and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, they took the money too. 15
or 16 shirts, a bunch of jeans, and like 2 or 3 pair of shoes. And then like, as far as cash goes, they do cash drops, so I think it was maybe like $200.
Like, even if you robbed a store for $10,000, like, how long would that last like a thief? Like 2 months? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a serious criminal. Like, you gotta really dedicate your life to it. That's way harder than a normal job, bro. Like, why don't you just get a job, fam?
And then here's the thing that you gotta think about too. The moment that you pull out any kind of weapon, it's now armed robbery. You're now looking at 5 to 10, like, easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Like,
that's so much stress, bro. I just did it. Gotta do it again in another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Fantastic, yeah.
So the lady is like, so what did you want? And she, after she tells me the story, I'm like, oh, I got the license plate number for you. And she's like, you're so inconsiderate, that's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Why the fuck didn't you give me? Like, she's cussing so much. Why didn't you give it to me earlier? When you knew I was on the phone, I was like, hey, look, I tried to get your attention. I said, excuse me, miss, like, you were not being responsive, and then you being disrespectful. I'm not gonna go out of my way to try and help you if you don't want to be helped.
Was she hot at least?
She was, no.
She got a ghetto booty? Not even
She had a ghetto belly.
This video is super long. Do you want him to tell us another one? Drop a like if you want that. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Second day of work, I met this guy. I'm not gonna say what color he was, but he was Caucasian. And I guess he had some kind of issue with my assistant manager. My assistant manager is cool as, like, he's the coolest guy ever. So genuine, so funny, like, just cool. Not cooler than him, but definitely cool. So he's like, hey, you know, I don't really like your assistant manager. Maybe you should do something, blah, blah, blah. You should look at his review file or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll look into that for you. I get a phone call maybe 20 minutes later, and it's some lady like, hey, this is such and such's mother. Your assistant manager was selling drugs to my son.
And not to me.
I just don't tolerate this. He said he got a bag of marijuana, and I was like, marijuana?
That devil's lettuce? That broccoli.
That broccoli. In the middle of the party, just get out of me.
In the cut, I'm rolling up my broccoli.
So she's like, I need your district manager's number, I need corporate's number, I need blah, blah. I said, ma'am, well, I'm not gonna release any of my personal information to you or my district manager's information to you. You have corporate's information, you can get in contact with them. And she's like, well, if this comes back to bite my son in the ass, I'm definitely pressing charges. And I work for the DA and blah, 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 blah. And what is your name? I need your employee number. I said, well, ma'am, my name is Ray. I'm the manager here. You know, we don't really condone that kind of stuff, and I'm pretty sure that he wasn't selling drugs to your son on camera. At least do it off camera.
Accuse you of selling drugs. So have you heard from her since? GameStop is crazy, man. GameStop manager tells all right here. The reveal, you know, telling all the crazy stuff. There's so much crazy stuff that happens at GameStop. We got so many stories. We're gonna share them more with you guys.
I'll tell you guys about the time that girl pulled her pants down.
Dude, that was crazy. If you guys want to hear those stories, you got to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to his channel too. It will be linked in the description below. Check it out. Bonus links down there as well. Get yourself some free stuff. Get yourself some free games.
Free games.
I got so much right here to give away to you guys.
Giveaways.
Of course, I got all these. Gonna be giving them away on Twitter and to YouTube.
Twitter.
So make sure you guys are subscribed. Check it out. Follow me on Twitter. If you made it this far in the video, please drop a like. And if you made it this far, go ahead and say Sonic in the comment section below. Little Sonic hat. Say Sonic so I know who made it to the very end of the video.
Or say Sailor Moon. Team Fat versus Team Flow.
Yes. That's the end of the video, you guys. I hope that y'all definitely enjoyed. If you did, please leave some love. Got a ton more stuff for you guys coming very soon. Love y'all. I am over it. No. And out. Love y'all.